Ready for it.
Thrilled for it.
Presenting Franks with Turbo Booster Jet Engine.
Time to get serious, Delhi Capitals. What a start to the season you've had. You cannot afford to drop points now. Certainly not against the Punjab Kings in Dharamsala. We build up to that game on Nexa presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout. Abhinav Mukund is here. Tom Moody for the first time this season in our recorded previews. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Welcome to you as well, Abhi. Yeah. Let's say I drafted you into the Delhi Capitals dugout as an SOS coach pick.
Mentor.
Coach replacement.
Not as a batter or all-rounder, no? That's gone.
Well, you need to put your name in the auction for that, otherwise it's not allowed. But they were the first team to 5 wins, Tom. They've now only picked up the 1 win in the last 5, that too in the super over. How is this team that looks so good gone wrong? And can you relate to that position and try and understand what can be done to turn things around?
Well, it'd be very frustrating for management, there's no question of that, because ideally you want to get off to that good start so you've got confidence within the group. But what appears to have happened is there's been a lot of change, particularly in their top order. And I think whether you like it or not, some people think the change shouldn't change the mentality of players, but what it does sort of breed that insecurity. And that, to me, it looks like Delhi Capitals are a side that feel a little bit vulnerable and insecure with regards to where am I playing? Is this my last chance today or tomorrow? And therefore, the performance reflects that.
Yeah, I mean, I stand corrected. 2 wins in their last 6. 1 against LSG, 1 against RR in the super over. And the last game being, you could say, a lucky washout against Sunrisers. Now, Tom's point on insecurities, Abhi, how would a Karun Nair be feeling? Sent to open first ball Nick. You've got Fraser McGurk sitting cold on the bench. You've got KL Rahul still in the middle. Porel at 3. You've got to figure out who is the most secure top order. What do you think they should do?
I'd take a punt. I'd go back to Jake Fraser McGurk.
Really?
It's been a while since he's played. They've gone without him for a few games now. They've given him a bit of a break. He's still in the country. I'm sure they're training really hard with him. I was in Dharamsala the previous game. If there's any venue that will come on nicely to the bat, nice like boundaries, you miss time one, still ends up going for 6. Might as well take the chance. You need the power. You're not getting starts. We were wondering, Delhi were the only team that were going against the pattern in this first half of the tournament where they weren't winning power plays with both bat and ball, and yet they were still winning. They managed to find wins, but now it's caught up with them. They need to have some power in the power play. I would go Faf and Jake Fraser McGurk at the top. Abhishek and KL Rahul 3 or 4.
I wonder how you feel about that, Tom. When we look at the numbers, second worst average and strike rate for the top 3 among all 10 teams this season. They thought perhaps pre-season that, Fraser McGurk will take care of strike rate and Faf will build along with him. Is it wise to go back to a young player who's been removed from the team because of a lack of form and impact?
Well, my concern with going back to Jake Fraser McGurk is the fact that this form is not just so far this tournament. Yeah. His form has been poor for the last 12 months, really since he burst onto the scenes here in the IPL. And everyone thought, wow, this kid's a superstar. And therefore, Delhi quite rightly pick him up in the auction. But I'd be hesitant to bring him back for that reason, because there's no evidence that he's turned the corner, not over, forget a month, 12 months. So that would be my concern. I think in a real world, in this situation, we're in a real world, in this situation, you've got to look at, we still can qualify. Who are the people that can get us to that point? And that's where experience to me is really important. So KL Rahul is critical. At the top, I would be putting him to navigate, the batting through the power play and beyond. Faf du Plessis, another one. It's not his first rodeo. He's been around a long time. Bring that experience in to get them back on track.
All right, there you go. You've got plenty of options. KP, Hemang, you've got Fraser McGurk, or you've got KL Rahul at the top. Let's move to the Punjab Kings. Before I go there, though, Ashutosh Sharma, name him in the batting 11 regardless?
Please.
Yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
With Tom's 11, it's simple. Just take one of the openers out and put Ashutosh in the middle. KL opens.
Okay, there you go. We've been saying this on our live show as well, so I won't go any more into detail with that. But Punjab Kings, Ricky Ponting seems very focused on the job at hand. Dharamsala was a good venue for them, a good result for them in the last game. Is there still a concern on the 5th bowling option? They rely on Omarzai, who bowled his 4 overs. There's Marcus Stoinis. You saw that game. Spin doesn't always play a big role. How do you see Punjab's bowling?
I don't mind the bowling now. They were also one of the teams that were quite fidgety with that impact player, right? And unfortunately or fortunately, from way long ago in April, when Vaishak Vijay Kumar won them that Gujarat Titans game, they brought him back in the previous one when it was wet and possibly not the conditions for him. He likes those slowish surfaces where he can use those cutters, bowl the full Yorker. They have 7 bowling options on paper, Ronak. I don't mind Punjab Kings bowling. It's just about the way they use it. With Marcus Stoinis coming back, with Maxwell actually going out, brings them that extra pace bowling option. So they've got Arshdeep, they've got Jansen, they've got Omarzai, Vaishak Vijay Kumar and Stoinis. 5 proper bowling options with Yuzi Chahal. So I don't mind Punjab Kings at all. I still think they've got enough options.
Do you sense if they have to bowl first? We saw the ball do a lot more as it got cooler in the evening. You were at that game. You still think that shouldn't be a problem for the Kings?
It was cool at 7:30. It was skill of Arshdeep.
All right, skill of Arshdeep Singh is a very fair point. What are your impressions on how Punjab have gone about using their overseas players in particular? I think they've got a nice settled top Indian order with the uncapped players Prab and Priyansh Tom and then Shreyas Iyer. They've decided to give Stoinis the finisher's role after swapping him around with Maxwell. Inglis batted 3, which I believe was Shreyas Iyer's call in the last game. But Stoinis as a finisher, you need to get as many boxes settled and ticked as they themselves push for a playoff spot.
Well, where Punjab have been lucky this year is, and also smart with their selections, is their Indian talent at the top order have fired and fired exceptionally well. So it's given them the luxury to be able to push the likes of Stoinis and Maxwell, we know Maxwell's not here anymore, further down the list. Instead of pulling them at the front row and saying, you've got to be able to do the heavy lifting for us, the heavy lifting's been done by the Indian talent, which is brilliant to see. And a couple of players that we haven't seen a lot of. So, you know, to me, Ricky Ponting's in a bit of a sweet spot at the moment because he's got the luxury of form in his top order and the ability to be flexible with it as well.
All right, 2 wins and a no result for the Punjab Kings in their last 3, 2 losses and a no result for the Delhi Capitals in their last 3. Favourites for this one. Abhi?
Favourites are Punjab, but I want DC to win, just for the sake of the table.
All right, Tom?
Yeah, Punjab.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Punjab Kings, Delhi Capitals, big game for both sides as they look to finish in the playoffs. This was our preview to that on Nexa Presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout.
Ready for it.
Thrilled for it.
Presenting Franks with Turbo Booster Jet Engine.
Nexa.